Alright, so here's the video for section 2.5. The nice thing is 2.5 runs really just like 2.4. The rule is the same, except for now you have less numbers to deal with, so you can only divide two at a time. So either they're going to stay positive because they're both positive. If there's one negative, it moves to negative. If they're both negative, they cancel each other out and become positive. So it's kind of a nice little bit of shortcut. Normally division is a little easier. So for number 18, we look at this. We have positive 600 divided by negative 20. One negative, negative. And then the little trick here is cancel off the zeros if they both have zeros. And then you got 60 over 2, negative 30. For 24, hey, both those negatives cancel each other out. And then we got to do 480 divided by 16. Well, 16 doesn't go into 4, but it does go into 48 three times. Exactly. Drop to the 0. Oh, 0 again. So this time it's positive 30. Wow, I just picked those two problems at random and same number, just different size. 28. We've got, oh, this one's going to be a little bit more work, I think. 9y over x if x is negative 21 and y is negative 35. So 9, I don't know, we'll do 9 in the purplish color. So 9x over y. No, sorry, 9y over x. So 9 times negative 35 over negative 21. Okay. So, if I look at the signs for this, order of operations, we should multiply those together. But I like to, if I can, kind of think of the signs ahead of time. One negative on top, one negative on bottom. This should cancel, but we'll do the work properly just to make sure. So a positive times a negative, I know will be a negative on top, negative on bottom for the 21. 35 times 9, 5, 4, 27, 31. So 315. Hey, the two negatives are going to cancel. Now the problem is doing 315 divided by 20 into 21. It goes into 31 one time for 21. Subtract that, becomes 10, drop in the 5. It goes into 105 5 times. So this ends up being positive 15. I should have shown this. Sorry, just skipping steps because it's all the arithmetic. Alright then number 38. This one, like on section 2.4, let's deal with the signs first, even though the numbers aren't too bad to do because they do divide evenly, and just look at that, and that can help us with our inequality, what should be greater, what should be less than. So if I look at this sign wise, the left side is a positive divided by a negative. It's going to be negative. Right side is negative divided by negative. It's going to be positive. So this should be negative is less than positive. Now what they do with this to try to trick you is they make both of these become 3. So it's negative 3 on the left, but positive 3 on the right. So yeah, it's a less than. Simple. And then last but not least, number 40. Find the value of x that makes each statement true. So the question is, what would I have to divide negative 375 by to get negative 15? Okay. Now, I've got negative divided by something equals negative. So, I know that x has to be positive because negative divided by positive equals negative. The question is just now, what is that number? So what we could so here's the trick to this. You could guess and check. You could start with like 5, 20, whatever it is. But what we're looking for is, I'm saying this number divided by something has to equal 15. If I multiply both sides by x, which is weird to think of that cancels off division. So I'm really saying 15 times what number is 375? Oh, well, let me just divide 375 then by 15, which it goes into this twice for 30, 75, 5 there, 25. So 15 times 25 ends up being 5, 2, 7, 0, 1, 170. What did I miss here? Oh yeah, carry the 1, then that would be 3. Sorry, I had to think through my arithmetic. 375. So 15 times 25 is 375. So 375 divided by 25 would give us 15, but it's got to be a positive to give us the number to work out there. So x has to equal positive 25. That's a tricky problem. It'll be easier though when we do solving equations later on in the year. So if you got any other questions, didn't make sense or something like that, come on in. We'll talk before school or after school.